So before we start group, I wanted to give you guys a little background of the theoretical frameworks I may use or will use during our group sessions. So for one, I really like the person-centered approach. I really like that the person-centered approach really showcases that you guys are the authors of your own story, and for that reason, you know your own story, you understand your own problems, and so this approach really gives you that insight. Hey, I know my problems, and hey, I have the resources to solve these problems, and I have the ability to solve these problems. So I really like this because you pretty much walk into your own epiphany. And so as a facilitator, I am going to be your companion. I'm not going to give you all the answers, or I won't give you any answers because, again, you are the author of your story. And for this reason, I'm just your companion. So when this epiphany does showcase or come up, I'm there to validate you and tell you, hey, yes, this is really heavy and this may be a little dark, but look, you're understanding that you have the ability to solve your own problems. So I really like that I can be genuine, caring, and supportive along your journey. So I really heavily rely on this, and you'll see this throughout our therapy sessions. So another framework I really gravitate towards is cognitive therapy. So cognitive therapy really is based on the idea that much of what we feel is based on what we think. So I feel that this is something that most of us struggle with. I'm sure many of you guys can relate to this, that sometimes our thinking sometimes affects our feelings. So this really showcases that sometimes we need to change the way we think. So by doing this, we may have different outcomes. And so the way I show you guys how our thinking really affects our feelings is by role play. So sometimes we're going to take our own scenarios and we're going to show, we're going to play out those situations, and then we're going to reflect, oh man, we're going to show or reflect like, oh man, sometimes my thinking really impacts the way I feel, and sometimes I take certain events or scenarios and apply it to everything in my life. So the way that we will showcase this is through role play.